What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today, well, we're gonna try some stuff out. It's been a bit since we've really tried to push when it comes to, you know, our normal Flame Shrine, trying to rank up higher. We're gonna try something interesting here. I'm gonna try to run multiples of these heroes. What I mean is I'm gonna try to run Lord of Fear Aspen and Doom Terminator Vulcan here. The downside is, like, if you have Aspen, you need Drake. If you don't have Aspen, or if you don't have Drake, Aspen becomes a lot weaker because, like, he's not targeting the defense down target. This is normally the type of team that I run here, so we're gonna save this and try it out real quick to see what the damage looks like. We are against a Berea wave, so it's not going to be too bad here. Let's see how this actually does. If it's not super great, I might put some other heroes into this lineup. Good. Okay, Lord of Fear Aspen is hitting the correct target, the defense down target. Again, remember, we have a Antlers Cane on Doom Terminator Vulcan, which is big. We have a Demon Bell on our Lord of Fear Aspen, which isn't GG, because it's not getting that ramping all damage dealt every single round that Antlers Cane does, but it still might be some significant damage, even though he's just kind of there to be an energy feeder, so to speak. We could try using Elusive Mirror on him as well. That way both him and Doom Terminator Vulcan get a little additional all damage dealt. That's like another option we can do. Just don't know if I'm a fan of it or not. Berea is one that has natively a ton of armor, reducing a lot of the damage. So having Drake having the shield across from Lord of Fear Aspen is actually a really solid strategy on this one, because that means they take a lot more damage. Vulcan doesn't matter as much about Drake being on the team just because he hits so many targets. Of course, Heart Watcher is definitely needed, and you definitely want Heart Watcher hitting that bottom Berea every time up to round like 8 to 10-ish to make sure you get that max Heart Watcher mark as soon as possible. But overall, I feel like this is going to go in a pretty good route here. These enemies don't reduce whatsoever. They don't get rid of any they don't purify any type of effects or anything in this game mode. They don't have divine power, so this is where we're going to be able to do the most damage possible. And we have a weakness disclosure coming up from Doom Terminator Vulcan here on round 7. Lots of hits. Holy cow, that's a lot of billions of hits. Like, every one of those hits is like 4 billion damage, which is why you can see damage numbers go through the roof. And that was only round 6 as well. He should get another weakness disclosure probably around, what, 12, 13-ish round, somewhere in that ballpark. Man, even the counterattacks are doing like billions. If you notice that, how much damage it actually is doing is absolutely crazy. Wait till the Berea's hit. So watch the numbers here. 340 million, 3.9. So that 340 was not actually 340 million. That was like after it capped out on the displayable damage number. It put that out. Holy cow, that's a big hit. So onto round 10, we're looking good. I don't know what other support heroes we could use. Like, putting in Olivia shrinks like 1 target, but because Olivia is slower, you can't have 2 targets shrunk. I mean, you can put multiple, like we could substitute out like Lord of Fear Aspen and Drake and put like 2 Olivias in and hope they shrink different targets for our Doom Terminator Vulcan. That's the strategy we could try and employ. I don't think it's worth putting like multiple Heart Watchers on a team to get the stack capped out faster. Seems like it's a little bit of a waste of an overlap. If anything, maybe putting like an Natalia in here or something to give the main damage dealer more bonuses. We got another weakness disclosure right here, which is probably just going to be devastating. It's just so many hits. I love it. Granted, our team doesn't use any basic attacks, so we don't really get many of those stacks at all. But, you know, it's still pretty solid. It's a good strategy. Round 13 into round 14 here. So we're going to get one more big active. I'm wondering how much damage Lord of Fear Aspen is doing. He does have higher Destiny transition and all that fun stuff as well. Into round 15. Here we go. Let's see the final damage numbers for our squad here. Hopefully he got a lot of the snake actives. Lots of hits. Let's see Lord of Fear Aspen. Solid hit considering he has a Demon Bell. I imagine we're in the quadrillions for sure. I just don't know how many quadrillions. Let's see. 4.3. So yeah, even though he's running a Demon Bell, he's still pumping out a ton of damage, which means the Drake is very much worthwhile. So in reality, I think this is just the team I kind of want to run for right now. I don't know if we can even I mean, that seems like a pretty decent score. I imagine if we smash this a few times, then some gems, we might be up there in the rankings. Of course, nowhere near like JC and everything. But it seems like pretty solid standard damage. The only other thing we could try is running both of them with Antlers Cane. However, the energy feed gets a little more sketchy in that situation. But it might work because if we actually jump into our PvE boss team, go into your setup, give you an Antlers Cane. Here's what I want to do. I kind of want to put Queen in the back row, but that means then she won't get counterattacks. So part of what we now have here is once we get a little higher up, we can increase all allies' energy by 20. I really want to break her through. But I don't know if we can right now. We're one short. I wonder if that's actually possible. Save that. Because getting that extra energy would be pretty huge. I imagine. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? We're right there. Because I was like, if we could just rise this up, that would be so amazing. Especially since we have an event coming up tonight. I really want to get to this. Increases all allies' energy. One thing we do have, I believe, on Doom, Terminator, Vulcan right now is we additionally increase all backline allies' energy by 20. So I think the only way we could guarantee that energy feed would be to switch up some positioning here. And like I said, one of them I don't like. That would be putting Queen back here, but then that moves someone else. So let's just try this. Let's see how this actually works out. I don't know if it's going to end up being good, bad, or whatever. The energy feed is, of course, not going to be guaranteed doing it this way, but if we can get her to the next level up, that could be absolutely huge. So yeah, that actually felt like we lost damage. We actually gained damage with Lord of Fear Aspen, probably because he's in the back row and he's pretty much guaranteed that energy every round because Doom, Terminator, Vulcan is feeding it to him. However, Vulcan is not getting the energy every time, so it's a little bit RNG based. However, once we get Queen up just a little bit higher, I think that's going to be absolutely amazing. We just got to break her through. We don't even have to like raise her level up further. We increase all allies' energy by 20 because hers is, of course, when you get 12 layers, so it's only every other round. I don't know. It's not guaranteed, but definitely gives you more options. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. We could potentially use elusive mirrors instead in the future as well. We'll have to see how that turns out. But that's some PvE damage for you, doing some quadrillions of damage. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'll see you guys next time.